Ay, yeah, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready, Bravo! I'm coming for you, Mom! And go!
Throwing on first down. Love. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Love. It's complete to Diggs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
49er first down. Here we go.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Not today, you are. Not today. Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Love. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 4th down, Love. This is caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Let's go now.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go. You better be ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, man. man, Brandon. Not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On the ready.
4-7 the mic.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I 66. Bullet ride. Hayward.
On first down, Love airing it out deep for Smith. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. They were in the 46 defense, just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first three guys, the center and the two guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken at about the 14.
Let's go, baby.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down.
H3, 218. Chopper. Tight dog. Hard. Sponge. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A carry for Adams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Chad Hunt, 60 Pittsburgh. What we got? Dogs off. Press, let's go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing again, Brissett on second and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Jim. Check 99. Check 99.
Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this.
Again, it's Brissett. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch twist. Share. Anyway.
First down, Brissett. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Play fake, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the Saints punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Delta. Tight end right. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run. This is Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Brissett. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Brissett. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Kill. Kill. Turn around.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Bang, 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 bang.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
56, right there, 56. Tight down. There you go.
First down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Eight together.
Come on, dude. Kill. 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, it's Coleman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch tight end. 61. Matchbox. Right. Twist.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, watch out. Check Mike, 54. Right.
Brissett now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready, set. Mine's 50. Blue dot quarter. Blue dot quarter.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
See it. Go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman, he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
General, west, orbit. Stand, go.
Off play action. Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 25-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He'll air it out deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brissett to throw on first. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Saints 14, 49ers 12. Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw. Love. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Bissett. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 32-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd down and inches. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
80 weapon. Watch the eye. Lock it. He's coming.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw, Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
At the 18-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Under 10. 51, Mike 51.
Here we go.
Rush in. Rush.
36. Check it out, Reed. Hey, watch that.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
I got you. 64 weak. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Stand go.
Back to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They will run again with Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Set, 8, read. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 66. Bullet, ride. Let's go.
Back to throw. It's complete to Diggs. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go. 90.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Niners, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.